When athletes think about endurance sports, they don't often associate it with Canadian winters. But for athletes in Southern Ontario, one event has become a hallmark that bucks that trend. On the first Sunday in March, athletes gather for what is called the Chili Half Marathon, where runners grind through the bitter cold for a grueling 21.1-kilometer run. Those who complete the race are rewarded with, as the name suggests, a warm bowl of chili. Joining us now to talk about the event is Kelly Arnott, co-race director for the Chili Half Marathon. Kelly, thank you very much for joining us on Forum Daily.
Thank you so much, and I'm super excited to be here. This will be our 27th year for the Chili Half. And just to give you a little bit of history, Mark and I started the race from our store in downtown Burlington called the Village Runner, and we ran to our store in Oakville called the Village Runner. So we started them in Burlington, and they ran all the way to Oakville and took a shuttle bus back. So it was really, really exciting. A bit logistically. So now we've perfected it. So it's basically a great out and back route, starting in downtown, heading to Oakville, and coming back on beautiful Lakeshore.
And I have to ask, what made you pick the first Sunday in March?
Well, it was actually my partner Mark was heavy into running and marathon running. He said, "Hey, there is not a half marathon if you're going to be doing the Around the Bay, or if you're going to do Boston or Buffalo or Ottawa in May. This is perfect timing." So we have so many runners that come out, do the Chili, go and do the Around the Bay, or do the Chili and go to Boston. And it's a great warm-up run for that. And sort of like, if you think of Bay race, this would be last big, long, hard run. And then you can taper off for those couple weeks. So timing is perfect.
And so, I mean, on that note of who's participating, you've obviously mentioned some more serious runners, but what level of runners do you have usually running the race? Is it something that's just for those experienced in the sport?
This is the one nice thing about this race. We have Olympians come out and break records. We've had Kenyan runners. Of course, Reed Coolsat came and he has set the course record, and he went on to the Olympics that year, and Krista Duchesne. And they're still actually, even if they're not running it, they're usually part of our event, helping us with a pasta party or greeting the runners. So we usually have about 100 elites, and we try to really take care of them by giving them their own special space at the Black Swan restaurant, where they can just have their own private space before and after to warm up and cool down. And we really like care of these guys. It's great for everybody else on the course. These guys flying by at the inning. And, you know, in running, this is one sport where you can be with Olympians. You know, when you're in figure skating, you're not necessarily out there with your Olympians. And it's really great that way. We've had so much wonderful support and super fast times. And David, we also welcome the average runner.
And for the, I mean, you've quite a mix of skill sets. But where do most of the runners come from? You've mentioned a couple internationals. Is it predominantly a local event, or does it bring in people truly from across the country and around the world?
Yes, it does bring in people from across the country and around. I think last year we had about 50 Americans. We were just in a little bit of post-pandemic phase. We've had people from Scotland and Germany and out west, from all over. And we've already got people booking the hotels, even though it's months away, but they're planning to come and join us. This year we are planning 4,000 in our race, which will be the largest number. And so we've already got 2,000 entered, David. So it's exciting. I just want to show you the medal. This is the gorgeous chili pepper iridescent pearl. It's got probably about 100 little chili peppers standing up. So that's really cool. And then we've got 2 shirts from New Balance this year we're offering. You can see behind me the men's in the blue and the ladies in the turquoise. And also our Frosty and Frigid runners, 10 days later, get the same lovely shirt.
Oh, that's great. Well, Kelly, thank you very much for talking to us about your event, and we hope it goes smoothly on the first Sunday in March. Stay with us. We'll be right back.